So you guys have done some pretty interesting things. Why should grown-ups care what kids have to say about these things?
Well, I think grown-ups. Okay, yeah.
Or steal your
It's on. Okay. I think grown-ups should care what kids have to say because a lot of times we do surveys where the teens, we go out and ask other teens what they think. So we found that they will be honest with us because we're out there, we know exactly what we're doing, we use the technology every day. We're not preaching at them, we're just trying to keep them safe. So they're more honest with us than they would be with adults.
Well, you didn't realize it yet, but actually I'm talking to Governor Cuomo here in New York about creating a new law that says you have to be 21 before you can use any digital technology in New York. Thank you. So I'm going to be working with Governor Cuomo to come up with a new law saying you have to be 21 to use any digital technology in New York. And I think that's something that all teen angels and tween angels should get behind. What do you think?
No.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
No. Joshua, I know you always say yes to anything I ask you to do. Is that a good idea? Should we say you have to be 21 to use technology?
Not 21. I think 18 is more of the age.
18. Okay, now Vincent, do you think you should be 18 before you use digital technologies?
No, not at all.
Why?
Because I think you should experience it at a young age so that you know what you're doing when you're older.
Now, you know I'm going to do this to you. You know I'm going to do this to you. Suggest the kids do amazing primary research. When they're younger, tween angels, they have to do it at least 500 other people, and we use SurveyMonkey and we review it, and it's very well done. The teen angels have to do it 1,500 others. So Vincent and Joshua were both at a small Catholic school in New Jersey that was closing down after 75 years. So they didn't have a chance to do their full survey and research to present at the U.S. Senate. Every year they run their own event at the Senate. So I was asked by the head of their program to let them come up and talk about their early findings, even though it wasn't quite the quality that we usually use. And I said, "What's your research about?" And what did you say?
When it's okay to curse while playing online video games.
And I said, "Is it ever okay to curse while you're playing online video games?" And what did you say?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Is it okay to curse at somebody?
No, because that's a breach of netiquette.
And if you're swearing at somebody, what else is it?
It's also cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying. Is it okay to just swear generally because you just felt like it?
No, because that's also a breach of netiquette.
Right. So when is it okay to swear in a video game?
When the game isn't working correctly or lagging.
Now note that we are the ones who advise Toys R Us, Nintendo, Xbox, Webkins, Disney, and the rest of the industry on these rules, so we don't let Vincent talk to anybody in public anymore. So you get very different kids who do this. So when we talk about internet safety, how boring is internet safety? Be honest.
At first it sounds pretty boring. It's kind of like a dry subject when you think about it, like, oh, I have to keep my passwords protected, and all teens think they're safe online, which is kind of a problem because you're really not. And a big thing is that, as you heard before, no one is anonymous online. And kids think that they're anonymous if they make a fake email address and they send hateful messages to someone else. You know, oh, they'll never track me, they'll never know who I am. And that's one of our big issues, is that kids don't understand that everything you put online is there forever.
Yeah, so what you post online stays online forever. But, so is it just about kids? I mean, they have no idea what I'm going to ask them. That's the fun of all of this. That's why I'm a lawyer. It's all Socratic. So is it just about keeping kids safe online? No.
No, it's also about keeping parents safe online and everybody safe online.
Everyone's safe online. We talk about sexting all the time, don't we? What's sexting?
Sexting is sending nude or partially nude pictures via email, your phone, or any sort of technology to another person.
Okay, and sometimes politicians take their clothes off, right? And so it's not just these common sense. So one of the things we teach teens is not to be stupid, right? Mm-hmm. Should we also teach members of Congress not to be stupid?
Apparently.
Apparently. Okay. So what do you do as teen angels? You go out and talk to kids. Now we've got adults in the room who have no idea what they need to do to be safer online. Now we've got McAfee in the room, and they're really good at this, and they help us on all of these different issues, and we've got Intel has been doing great things, and of course Verizon, and terrific companies who are here who are doing this, but they have no idea what they need to know. So shall we teach them?
Sure.
Should we teach them about cyberbullying? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, what's cyberbullying? When I'm paid a lot of money, I do the talking. When I speak for free, you have to raise your hand. That's the deal. What's cyberbullying? Children? What's cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is peer-to-peer bullying over a technology like your phone, social networking, or something of that sort. But it has to be child to child. If it's an adult to a child, that's cyber stalking.
Okay, so let's start. We'll get them started. Let's name different ways you can use a cell phone to cyberbully somebody. Vincent.
You can send mean texts.
Okay, send mean texts. Josh, I know you'd never do this in a million years, but how could somebody else use a cell phone to cyberbully somebody?
You can send mean emails.
Sending mean emails.
You can send a lot of texts to another cell phone to run up their cell phone bill.
Run up their cell phone bill. Carolyn.
You could take someone else's cell phone and pretend to be them and send mean or hurtful messages.
Pretend to be them and send out mean messages to their friends, and then their friends are mad at them.
I know somebody said this at one of the forums. It was you can call 911 off their cell phone, and that's a form of cyberbullying.
Yes, you can call 911 from their cell phone, and then 911 thinks they did it. Or you can speed dial their mom's number to 911, so they're calling 911 and they think they're calling home.
Just going with what we were talking about with sexting, you can take a picture that someone sent, a partially nude or completely nude picture that someone sent that was meant for one person, and send it to a whole lot of people that weren't meant to see that picture.
Good. Vincent.
Another reason, you could take someone's cell phone and you could send out texts that was already said, actually.
I think we already had one of those.
Yes.
What else? If you grab their cell phone, what else can you do? What damage can you do to their cell phone if you grab their cell phone when they're not looking?
Completely break it.
Well, you can break it. But that was something we hadn't added. That's probably number 78. Throw it against the wall. But what could you delete from it?
You can delete messages. You can delete information on the cell phone that they need, contacts. You can completely ruin a person's life if you take a cell phone.
That's it. Ruin their life. If your contacts and your cell phone stuff's gone, your life is over. Josh, what else can you do?
Go online with the cell phone to sites like Facebook or Twitter and send mean messages from there too.
That's it. Mag.
You can also take pictures of other people inappropriately and send them, and they think it's coming from that person.
Yep. Carolyn.
Also, it could be you could go online and play websites like Formspring. You could send mean messages and they never know who it is.
Right. So you can do anonymous mean messages about somebody and they don't even know who it is.
Yeah, and again with the internet, because a lot of phones have internet capabilities, but it costs more money to use it. If somebody takes it and then uses the internet an obscene amount,
so they may not have an
money.
unlimited plan. You download very large files. Their parents do your dirty work as they take the cell phone away.
You can get, if you have someone else's cell phone, or access to their passwords on instant messaging or Facebook, you can pretend to be that person and send nasty emails.
Yeah, so a lot of the device authentication, there's 77 different ways you can cyberbully somebody, and the kids are always coming up with a new one. Yesterday I had a new one, so that you come up with a picture of a pig and you write Jennifer's name on it, and then if Jennifer's using Bump It and you're using Bump It with your iTouch or your iPhone, it's an app that lets you bump cell phones, and it moves the image from your cell phone to theirs. So they now have a picture on their cell phone that they can't see where it came from because it didn't come from text messaging. So they're always really good at this.